Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. Boudreaux here, or Stephen if you prefer. And anyway, we're about to start some Thorin's Gate quests, so let's go ahead and jump on our horse. And before we go too much further, we have both our silver and our gold hobbit presents to open. So anyway, we get 20 virtue XP and a universal ingredient pack. Woo! Okay. And the gold. 50 virtue XP and a morale bubble potion. Here's what I think of the morale bubble potion. Applies a damage preventing bubble granting 218. Okay, anyway, it's gone. So anyway, 20 virtue, 50 virtue. Okay. Yeah, kind of, whatever. So let's run on up the hill here. And when we get to the top, we'll start accepting some quests. And I don't know how long this is going to take, but when we finally find ourselves in Nogland, I'm probably just going to go ahead and say, you know what, end of the video. And it'll be time for me to get some sleep anyway. I wanted to get more videos done today, but I also wanted to watch the first two, well, episode 1 and episode 2 Star Wars movies to kind of get ready for episode 9. And I did get the first episode of The Mandalorian in. So yes, I just today subscribed to Star Wars Plus. So anyway, if you're a dwarf, here's where you come out of the tutorial at, and you're looking straight at Skokie.
Will you help me?
And anyway, he has the mainline quest prologue at the behest of Unar. The captain of the guard, Unar, has been looking for you for an hour at least. And what's worse for you, he's already angry due to a guard having abandoned his post. Okay. You may find Unar in Faerun's court. If I were you, I'd tread carefully around him. Well, I don't know. I'm a hobbit. He's really kind of that mad at me? Anyway, so level 5 mainline quest. And if we look over here, we see Bogey Deep Delver. A barter exchange dude, so if we look at his barter items, they look familiar. He takes the tokens of salutation, but since we're not going to get any more of those, yeah, no big deal. We've got plenty of these anyway, and we really don't. We've got a better pocket item than that Novice's Mark when we do unequip the tortoise stone.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Okay, so a crafting quest, the Maker's Hall. Level 6, our struggles against the dour hands and the goblins continue with great vigor, Boudreaux, but we must also do what we can to better the craftsmanship of the goods created within the Blue Mountains. My friend Egil Oldbeard has greeted fledgling craftsmen for the past 130 years. Wow, dwarves can live that long? Really? You should speak with him in the Maker's Hall if you are interested in turning your eye toward the fashioning of goods or equipment. Go north up the steps into Thorin's Hall proper. Once inside, walk north past the great statue and pass into the next hall. Turn to the east when you are halfway across the floor, and you will descend some more steps into the Maker's Hall. Old Egil will be pleased to speak with you. Okay, we get 90 copper for doing that. So anyway, let's head on in. Now there's a lot to do here. You know, if you head out the doors and to the left, there's the skirmish camp, and there's another crafting hall over in Faerun's court where we just behind where the stable master is. Over here to the left, we can find some vault keepers. Okay, there's one over there, and I think there's a couple over there too. At least one over there. Okay, and over here we have auctioneers. Now when we're in the Shire, we actually also had some auctioneers in Mickle Delving. We never really did have to mess with them, but that's kind of what they look like. And there's another player. So they got that symbol above their head, which shows that they're auctioneers. Greetings. And this tells us about auctions. You have discovered an auction hall. You can buy items from and sell items to other players here. Any items purchased or money earned from the auction hall will be delivered via the mail system. Now you can only deal in stuff that is non-binded. So if it's bound to character or bound to account, nope. Can't do that. Not through the auction hall. Oh, yeah, quest ring over here. Duh. Okay, so anyway, we have, what's his name? Bavor.
Greetings, traveler.
He has a level 6 quest called The First Gear. Actually, I believe he has several quests for us. It's a nice little quest string here. Greetings. I wonder if you could lend me a hand. I've been trying to repair this device which opens access to the old vault of the mountains. Hold on. We're about to... 60 minutes. Okay. Actually, it's about an hour later than they usually do. So let's see if we can get this done in an hour. Anyway, usually the reboot would happen about now. Wow, okay. Anyway, I guess maybe they didn't update with the daylight savings time or something. It was weird because the servers are in Boston, right? Let's see, where was I? Okay, I've been trying to repair this device which opens access to the old vault of the mountain, but some key pieces, ancient gears, were removed and scattered long ago to prevent the dour hands getting their grubby hands on the vault treasure. Now that we have finally ousted the dour hands from Thorin's Hall, it is time to open the vault. But first, this device must be repaired. Old Sindri Winchmaster, the artificer who made this, had skill far beyond mine, so I'll need the actual pieces that were lost to have any hope of getting it to work again. They say the first missing gear was hidden somewhere in an old cave in the Winter Height, up the path southeast from Thorin's Hall. You will probably find it in a chest somewhere in the cave. There's a trick to the chest, by the way. You have to press it at the corners to open it. Okay, so for that we will get 300 reputation for Thorin's Hall. And by the way, you notice we don't have anything like gift mathams here in Ered Luin. And there's basically a reason for that, and there's really no reason for it, but you just get your rep by doing quests. So as you complete the quest, you will get your rep. So anyway, here's Eggle.
What do you want?
Bogey sent you to me, I see. Good, good. It's always an honor to help guide fledgling craftsmen as they take the first steps of their art. Listen carefully, for my words are born of experience. Look for the Master Apprentices in the Maker's Hall. He walks about, supervising the goings-on. He can help you choose a vocation in which to specialize. I've already done that. A vocation, anyway, it tells you about that. Okay, pretty much we've gone all over all that kind of stuff. See, anyway, they're talking about bringing profit to me and to the Blue Mountains. Give you a few coins to get started. Use them wisely. Okay, okay. So anyway, we've completed that and got 90 coins. Woo, we're rich. Okay, so what's next? You know what? I want to talk, I think, not to the Master of Apprentices, but to this Master of Crafting Guilds. Okay, so I believe they just made a change with the latest update to where you can actually join both of these if you want. I don't want. I'm just going to join the Metalsmith Guild.
Traveler.
Now we can do this since we now have just gotten expert level on our Metalsmith. Which kind of reminds me, I trying to open the LOTRO store the other day, but apparently it was down. I wanted to go ahead and get my expert recipes. So if we search expert, there it is. There's the book. It costs 125 LOTRO points. I have 373. Let's buy it. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get our recipes there. So we've got a whole bunch of new recipes. All right. And with that done,
I am at your service.
let's join the Metalsmith Guild. And with that, he has a quest for us. Introduction, Metalsmith's Guild.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Okay, it's a level 1 quest. I see that you have already gained access to the Metalsmith's Guild, my friend. That is a great achievement on the path of crafting. The guild is a faction that can grant eligible crafters advantages in their craft. In the beginning, you can access better recipes than you would normally find in the world. As you increase in reputation, you gain access to yet more recipes. It's never too early to start building up your reputation with the Metalsmith's Guild. The leader can be found within Ered Luin, near the craft area in Thorin's Hall. The guilds are reputation factions that grant advantages in recipe execution. Reputation is increased by bartering specially crafted items. So for that, we'll actually get a small expert crest, which will give us 300 faction points with the Metalsmiths Guild. So we need to talk to Havar, the Metalsmiths Guild leader. Now, we happen to actually be just steps away from where the Metalsmiths Guild actually is. So anyway, these guilds are actually kind of somewhat spread across Middle-earth. We actually have the Weaponsmiths Guild on the other side of this particular forge, right there. And right in front of us is the Metalsmiths Guild. So, and there's Havar, our illustrious leader.
Well met.
Welcome to the Metalsmiths Guild. This is an excellent faction for metalsmiths who are looking to benefit from their expertise. As the leader of this faction, it is my role to oversee the advancement of your reputation as you trade your items in. I will gladly collect everything you make from our own guild recipes. To collect the recipes to make the items I seek, you should speak with Reifnir and then with Lar. They will help you get started. So anyway, note, the role of guild leader is to trade crafted, barterable items in exchange for reputation with the guild. It actually works a little bit simpler than that in actual theory, but the leader does have some barter items, which will be of some use to us when we start actually getting legendary items. And our standing in this guild will have a lot to do with making these items actually better, as well as actually making them, because we'll be able to make our own belts for guardians. Anyway,
Greetings, traveler.
You'll notice that I have many new recipes for sale. As your crafting ability increases, more recipes will become available, so check back often with me. The crests are made from the recipes I sell. Those items are the ones you may give to Havar in exchange for reputation. Actually, they are multi-use items in actual fact that you can actually right-click on to gain the reputation. You don't have to actually bring it to the guild leader. I believe this is a change that was made somewhere before I even started playing LOTRO. So, and this is the only way to gain reputation, and it's best to start early. The recipe vendor sells the recipes to let you create unique barter items. The output items are traded for reputation with the guild, or right-clicked on. So anyway, we'll continue the quest, but also let's browse his shop.
I am at your service.
So anyway, if we look at tier 3, which is actually expert level, we will see that there is a medium expert crest recipe and a small expert crest recipe. So we'll buy both, 16 silver apiece, and we will learn them. So if we open up our crafting panel, we will see a tab on here that says Metalsmiths Guild, and this shows our medium and this shows our small. For the small, we need 2 rich iron ingots. Now, we haven't collected any rich iron ingots yet, and we won't for quite a while, but and the same with the medium. We can actually from rich iron ore make either the rich iron ingots or the high grade steel ingots, so it actually requires a bit more crafting to craft this, but this gives us 900 reputation with the guild, and the small crest gives us 300 reputation with the guild. So anyway, it says that, I believe no, not Eggle, but the guy over in the main crafting area told us that it's never too early to get started. Right now it's too early for us to get started. We will earn a small crest, which we will use, so we'll have 300 reputation with the guild for quite a while before we actually start gathering rich iron ingots. I don't really want to do that until I'm like level 20 or so. Anyway, our next objective is to talk to Lar. Okay, and he has Metalsmith Guild improved recipes. So,
what do you want?
I'm the vendor you should come to when you're ready to reap your rewards. I might not have anything you can use just yet, but my recipes will be available once you advance your reputation with us. The goods that you can make from my recipes are far superior to any other recipe you will find and will guarantee the utmost success in crafting. Make sure you come back again once you reach acquaintance level with the Metalsmith Guild. The improved recipes sold at this vendor are the rewards for gaining reputation with the guild. Okay, so we will finish that. That actually finishes the quest, I believe. So anyway, we can look at it. So anyway, tier 13. Wow. Okay. Anyway, tier 3. It won't actually be available until we get. Now, while we're actually an expert, these are expert recipes, but we have to actually gain a level of reputation with the guild before these will actually not be read, and it tells you that it requires the apprentice of the guild standing. So anyway, over here we have legendary recipes.
What do you need?
So if they started actually tier level 6. So this is actually when we're around level 50, and we start making legendary items or equipping legendary items. These are recipes that we can actually use to create. So actually, if you look at the level 6, there we go. That's one, these two are actually of interest to us. The Crafted Guardian's Belt of the Third Age. And so you have level 65 and level 60. Okay, so at level 60 we can create one, and level 65 we can actually pick up level 45, I guess, probably from a vendor, and every couple of levels or so we can probably also upgrade it, but we can start making them at level 60. Okay. Alright, so we have our quest. Let's use it. And so we have 300 reputation. So let's look at our rep. And we'd have a new faction there, which we'll need 10,000 to get to Apprentice of the Guild. Okay, so actually wasn't planning on taking that detour, but we have, so whatever. Okay, so we picked up Bavor's quest. I think that's all we really kind of need to do in here for now. We will be back a couple of times. Oh, let's update our milestone. Okay, and let me just take a run over towards Dwalin, who is on the throne over here, just to make sure he doesn't have a quest for us. I don't think he does. Let's see. And the answer is no, he does not. Okay, so I think we're done here for now. Oh, here we go. Dwarf marker. So we get unmounted as we right click on it, and it gives us a new deed, Exiles from the Lonely Mountain. You have found the dwarf marker in Thorin's Hall. And I only clicked on it because it was glowing like that. It's a good idea to click on glowing things. Probably. Most of the time. Anyway, if you look at the tab over here, it's actually Enidwaith, which is like a level 48 area or something like that. So Enidwaith maybe. Actually, it may be even higher than that. But anyway, all these other markers are actually in Enidwaith. This is the only one that isn't. So anyway, we've kind of picked up a very high level deed here that we're not going to be able to work on until much, much later. Okay, so with that done, let's head on out. And we can start picking up other quests. Okay, I do want to kind of visit the skirmish camp over here, so that we can pick up a couple of things for expert level prospector and for our metalsmith too. So I'm going to hit the crafting NPC here.
Did you need something?
Yes, I do need something. So anyway, metalworker. Let's go to page 2. We can pick up the expert metalsmith expertise recipe. So wow, we actually have 592 marks already. Wow, we've been picking up marks like crazy. Didn't even realize we get that much for actually just completing one area, which is kind of pretty much where we've gotten all these from the Shire, I guess. So anyway, let's go to Prospector. Okay, so now we have access to bulk rich iron, bulk gold, bulk high grade steel, and bulk white gold. So you know what? I'm not interested in the gold. We'll pick up the rich iron and the high grade steel, and we'll leave the other two alone. I might as well not waste too many marks here. I think we kind of wasted on that first recipe we picked up. I don't ever make that, but just in case I wanted to, I could. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Well, there's somebody we can do a sell off to over here. Our provisioner.
What do you need?
Okay, just to make sure. Okay. Yeah, that's all junk. And let's see, do a repair. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's pick up some quests as we kind of go down the hill here. We have Flossie.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
The Lost Tool. Can you keep a secret? I was exploring an old cave over yonder when I was attacked by one of the vicious cave claws. In the fight, I accidentally left my pickaxe behind. Could you go and get my pick for me? And while you're at it, kill off a few of those cave claws so I can continue digging in peace. The cave is to the southeast in the Winter Heights. Now hurry. I think I was nearing a vein of gold when they drove me out. So anyway, you know, same thing. We'll pick up a bow. This is basically the dwarven equivalent of the bow that we picked up in Kellendam, Ninhillith actually. Okay. So. Oh yeah. I was supposed to. Damn it. My milestone. Wasting time. Okay, so now we're bound to Thorin's Hall. Okay, now we'll head on down. Get on down the road. Okay, so anyway, I think we'll find out pretty soon about reflecting pools. Actually, no. We've been to Bingo's reflecting pool, so it probably not. Actually, it did. Okay, a reflecting pool allows you to replay story instances you completed or join your fellowship if they're currently in a story instance. Reflecting pools only allow travel into the instances of the region where the pool is found. So in other words, you can only get to Erdluin instances there. So anyway, let's talk to Tender.
Stop and hear my accursed tale.
I will stop and hear your accursed tale. So he has a level 6 quest called Sprung a Leak. I am Tender, master builder of Thorin's Hall. The great canal for which I am responsible has recently fissured. The crack has not yet become a serious threat, but it's only a matter of time, and I haven't any builders available to assist with its repairs. Could you help me seal the fissure? I need to mix a mortar to seal the crack, but our stores are barren. I will need stone and gypsum from the new Merkstone tunnels and sand from the Rockbelly pit. The Merkstone tunnels are above the great statue of Thorin to the northwest. Fool goblins dug another entrance after we closed off the original with the Arming Cave. The Rockbelly pit is to the southeast in the Winter Height. If we do not seal the crack soon, it may break, flooding the Vale of Thrain below. Okay, so we have 5 gypsum, sand, and stones to pick up, and let's see. We have a helm that we can sell that he's going to give us. So let's head on over here to Hallie's Shimmer Shield.
Welcome. You have come at the most fortuitous time.
He has a level 5 quest called A New Shine. Hello there, friend. I was just thinking of all the things I've got to do and me here on duty. I've got my brother's armor to get polished. He'd do it himself if he had a mind to, but I'm afraid Callie does not have our family sense of duty. He'll never earn his commander's respect. Always being late, never diligent in his duties, always wearing his old worn armor and filthy uniform. Perhaps you could be of some service to an old warrior. Could you bring this armor up to Bruni's stone helm and have him polish it for me? Bruni's stands among the armored merchants of Thorin's Hall, where the canal runs through the mountain. Okay, and so we shall. We'll have a choice between Athelas or Celebrant. I will probably pick the Athelas. Okay, so over here we have our mainline quest, talking to Guard Captain Unar.
This is unthinkable.
Good, you received my summons. At least someone knows their duty. Come now, we must speak of circumstances most dire and worrisome.
Hear me out, traveler.
So we have another quest called Prologue, the Missing Guard. Level 6. The news I've received is most unsettling, Boudreaux. One of the armories has been left unguarded. Vithar has been a stalwart and dependable guard until now, but he has apparently abandoned his post. Outrageous! I want you to investigate the unguarded treasury and confirm that Vithar is not there. If anything is missing, I'll have his armor. He was next in line for commendation, but after this he won't see any praise for 30 years. The arming cave is to the northwest, very near to the great statue of Thorin carved into the mountain. Go there and look for Vithar. Okay? So over here we have Hormer. I'll buy a vowel, please.
Come and stay a moment.
Gisli's favorite is a level 6 quest. Welcome and well met. I could use your help if you have a moment. I have a bit of a problem. Nothing terrible, mind you, but difficult for this old dwarf. You see, it's my son Gisli. He's a good fellow and all, but he is young and doesn't have the experience of his elders. He has just received his first post down in Noglin in the Vale of Thrain. I want to send Gisli his favorite meal so he knows I'm thinking about him, but I don't have the most important ingredient, cave claw legs. If you can bring me a batch, I just know Gisli will be pleased. You can find cave claws in the old mine east of Thorin's Hall. If you've not had a good meal, until you tasted my stew. So we get some food for doing this. Okay, did I accept the quest? Already in use. Okay, am I still... Oh, man. Okay, I'm trying to move backward forward and I'm not. And that's generally a sign that maybe I've lost connection with the server, but I'm going to give it a second. Dagnabbit. Okay, well that's long enough. We're going to have to do a reboot. So, there's nothing to do but just totally exit out of the game. Okay, so let me get it started again here. World status down. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, this is going to just have to be a part 1 quest then. Apparently, why is the world status down? Anyway, I'm going to cut off the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.